Hi guys, Chelsea. This is my channel. I don't know if you're new here. If you are, then hi, welcome. If you're not, then thanks for coming back. So today's video is going to be about just sex work, whether it be online selling nudes or stripping. Obviously I was a stripper for years and years, and now I'm just online, but I do this proper old school because I'm using my iPhone 11 Pro to record this. I am going to get a camera and stuff, but I was just going to see if I actually stuck to it. So I had to write them down proper old school. So anyway, I wrote down what I could, and yeah, we're just going to get straight into it. So let's go. So when you were a stripper, did you have a boyfriend? If you did, what did he think? Obviously I was a stripper for so long that yes, I had quite a few different boyfriends, and I would definitely say that the job got in the way of my relationships. I always chose the job and the money over any man, because I guess if they really loved me, then they wouldn't ask me to quit doing something that I was good at, and then I was obviously making good money. But I think I knew a lot of strippers who had normal relationships, and I think the difference was that mine was so out there. Everyone knew who I was. Everyone knew I was a stripper, and that just made it 10 times harder, because obviously it wasn't a secret or anything. Whereas a lot of the girls who I danced with, who had husbands or boyfriends, long-term partners, they were just an anonymous girl in a strip club. So I guess their relationships worked out, whereas mine would always cause jealousy, arguments, etc. So yes, I have had boyfriends, but I'll definitely say it got in the way. So that's that. Is it a lot of pole dancing, stripping? No. You could literally go to a club and not even go on the pole all night, or you might only have to go on once or twice. Each club's different. Some clubs you have to go on, some clubs you can pay the DJ not to put you on or whatever. So the answer is you do pole dance, and you can if you want, but it's not a big part of it. That's not how you make your money. It's not like in America when you get tipped on stage and stuff like that. That just never happens in England. What would you do if someone threatened to show your nudes to your family? All my family, apart from my dad, everyone's seen my nudes, because my family all work for me. They've seen literally everything. They've seen my sex tapes. They've seen everything. So apart from my dad, who obviously knows what I do, but no one's surely known me that disrespectful that they would go to my dad and go, look, there's your daughter. That would just be so fucking out of order. No one obviously has done that. And he knows to never go on Twitter or any of these places. He knows that I'm big on there, so he wouldn't even make an account, because he doesn't want to, accidentally have my nudes retweeted on his timeline. It just hasn't happened, and probably won't, hopefully won't, because people have a bit more respect, hopefully, although some people are idiots, so I wouldn't rule it out. But I don't think he would care too much. He'd probably just be like, whatever, it's fucking, I'm 30 years old, you know what I mean? Did anyone ever hurt you in the strip club? In general, over the years, I had the best nights of my life in the strip clubs, and I hardly ever had any incidents. But obviously, drunk, horny men and girls who were just trying to do the job, you're not meant to touch and stuff like that. Obviously, there was situations where people did get hurt, people did get assaulted. It was hardly ever, and in my whole 10 years of dancing, I think I only remember 3 or 4 serious incidents. And considering how long I did it for, that's not even that bad. But I've been bitten by a customer on the boob before, when obviously I've gone in to put my boobs near his face. He went like that, and didn't have to do that, did I? Went like that, basically bit my nipple. I cried, really, really hurt. I obviously slapped him, kicked him out and everything. Bouncers kicked him out, everything. It was not nice, but like I said, very, very rare. Another time, I know that a girl bent over and somebody done that, and obviously sexual assault is disgusting. They know the rules. When you sit them down, you say, right, you keep the hands aside, you say it to every customer. They know the rules, but some people are drunk. They think, obviously, when you're there, you put an act on, so you're pretending to be horny, you're pretending to be interested in them. So some of them obviously fall for it, because we're actresses, and they do think that you are interested, or they think that you really are horny and you want them to touch you, and you just have to be really firm and just say, keep your hands to the side. Usually they don't do it in an aggressive way. Usually it's slowly, they'll move their hands and you just have to keep putting them back. But obviously there's been times where you've been grabbed like that or slapped on the ass as you walk past. But trust me, they've had a fucking slap back for it. So I'm desperate to start and admire me, but scared of the backlash of my friends and family. Right, yeah, that is a big thing in this industry. Like, I mean, girls do it anonymously, but a lot of the time they do get caught out because it's just one of them things. It's the internet. Everybody's on there. Like, you really have to sit down and seriously think about whether this is something that will affect you in the future. So yeah, I would definitely think twice before you start like putting your nudes all over the internet, because if you're not doing this properly as a career and making it last, then it's not worth like fucking up your future. Stripping's a bit different because you can go and do it in the club anonymously, fake name, no one would even have to know you were there or anything. I know girls who doctors, nurses, all sorts, who started just doing it at uni for a bit of money on the side, and now they've got good careers. But when it's on the internet, it's a completely different ball game. So I would just be aware that people do find out, and I don't want anybody's life to get ruined, do you know what I mean? How much is a dance? Most clubs, well, back in the day, they used to be like 10, then they went up to 15, then 20, you know, inflation and all that. So I used to do like naughty 40s, so I used to charge 40, because I was so, it sounds big-headed, so in demand. I always had like queues of people waiting for me and stuff. So I was like, right, look, it's 40 because I need to like get through all these people and stuff. So it was just, yeah, obviously made more money. But yeah, anything from 10, 15, 20, 40, naughty 40. Or then there's like VIP rooms and things. Have you had any scary experiences? Yeah, like I said before, I got bit before. It wasn't even scary really, it was just like a shock, and it really, really hurt. So I was a bit like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, it's just out of order, don't bite me, like. Yeah, so it wasn't scary, but oh wait, I do have a scary experience. Once I was just talking to this guy and he was like, oh, like, where do you live? And I said, I'm from Hartlepool, but I live in, He said, oh, I used to live there, which building? And I said, oh, blah, blah. And he said, oh my God, I used to live in the same building. I was like, oh my God, as if. Obviously, didn't think anything of it. But when I left work, luckily that night I was driving and not drinking. I drove home, and as I pulled up, I seen somebody like hide behind the corner. Basically, as I drove past closer, it was the guy. He followed me home, but obviously got waited at the bottom, and it was so scary. Obviously, I didn't go in my house that night. I just drove straight back to Hartlepool to my mum's house. But yeah, it's my own fault for being like a gobshite and but I'm being too honest with people. But you just don't think, especially when it's like a young guy, and you just wouldn't ever think. But obviously he was I don't know what he was going to do, but he hid around the corner as my car come down. So why are you hiding? If you're not being weird, you wouldn't hide, would you? So yeah, that was a bit of a scary experience, but that's the only time really that anything's happened. What has been your strangest request? So I have had a few weird ones over the years. I've had guys that like want me to put a tie around their neck and sit on their back like a horse. I've had ones that want me to kick them in the balls like as hard as I can with big heels on. Just like obviously all the kinks. Like I've had somebody massage my feet and I just fell asleep like in the VIP, pay me for an hour. I think it was like 300 quid at the time for the hour, and then he just wanted to massage my feet. Well, I love my feet being played with, so I was like, fill your boots. Took me stripper shoes off and they stunk as well, but he obviously liked that because foot fetish people usually like the smell. And yeah, he was just playing with my feet, and I was like, as if I'm getting paid 300 quid to just get my feet touched. Jackpot. Biggest tip. There was once a man who come in his club I worked in Manchester, and he spent 16 grand, not just on me, like on a few girls. Like he was just like paying everybody like till the end of the night kind of thing. And then he gave us all a grand tip. That was the most tip I've ever had in one go. How can you be anonymous on Admire Me? Yeah, obviously you can be anonymous. It just means not putting your face in. But I'll be honest, it's much harder work because there's all free porn on the internet, and the reason people subscribe is to get to know you as a person, and they might follow you on Instagram or whatever, and they want to see what you look like naked or whatever, and that's the unique selling point of it all. People do still make money anonymously, especially couples and stuff, because people like to, there's a word voyeur, where you're like looking on someone else's life. But yeah, you can still make money, but it's a lot harder, and you've got to put a lot more effort in. The best thing about the job, so even like stripping and this, Admire Me, is just being your own boss, working the hours you want to work. If you can't be bothered to go in, you don't go in. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be there. It's not like obviously there's webcam and stuff where you've got to be online physically. because you're live and stuff like that. Whereas with this, you can take your pictures and your nudes and your videos all in like one day if you wanted, and then post them for the rest of the month. And then all you've got to do is keep on top of your messages and stuff like that. So it's just about being your own boss. Obviously you make really, really good money, but it's more about like just having the freedom to do what you want, go on holiday when you want. You can do it from anywhere in the world. You can literally move away and just do the exact same thing everywhere. Like it's a really, really, really good job. So next question. How did you feel dancing for ugly or old people? Honestly, right, once you start getting the money, all you care about is the money. You're not bothered what they look like. As long as they don't smell, I couldn't give a fuck. Like, if anything, you like some of the older ones or the uglier ones were like nicer to you, do you know what I mean? Sometimes like the good looking ones would be pricks, but to be fair, there was pricks that were ugly, there was pricks that, like, there's pricks everywhere no matter what you look like, how old you are. But then there's lovely people as well. Like, honestly, some of the nicest people I danced for were like young good looking lads, and then some of the nicest people I danced for were ugly old men, do you know what I mean? It's just a mix really. But you don't really care as long as they don't smell and they're not trying to touch you and being rude or anything. As long as they're polite, friendly, like I just don't really care what they look like. Next question. In a world full of free porn, how are so many girls doing well selling nudes? Girls are making money because they want to get to know you personally. Like, men are horny, let's not beat about the bush, like they're perverts. In a nice way. But like, at the end of the day, right, if I lived in a street, I do live in a street. If there was a sexy guy in my street or even a sexy girl and I was like, oh, I'd love to see what her fanny looks like. And I could, because she was selling it online. I'd be like, fucking, are we then? I'll pay 15 quid or 10 or whatever it is. And that's basically the gist of it. People are nosy. And if I say, I've got a picture of me bum all on there, and they're like, I've followed her for years, or I see her in the local pub, I've always wondered what a bumhole looks like. And now you can. So there we go. Would you ever have your own strip club? I've always wanted my own strip club, right? But definitely not, because they're going downhill. The councils are on your case all time. They're just not the same as they used to be. Used to be like have more fun and stuff like that. And now they send in mystery shoppers to try and shut the place down. And it's just unsociable hours. Like, I know you could get someone to work there, but if I had a strip club, I don't want to be in it all the time, and I don't need any encouraging to drink. So no, I would love to, but not in me sights, just because of the unsociable hours. The best time to make money in the strip club is like between 4 and 6 in the morning, when everywhere else is shut. So obviously I don't want to be working until 6 in the morning again. Like, I've done that my whole life, so, well, for the past 10 years. So no, I wouldn't have my own strip club. Anyway, that's the end of the questions for today. So thanks for coming and watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below, any suggestions you want to see or anything you want. And please subscribe, because I'm going to try and do at least one video a week in the new year. That's like one of my resolutions, just to try and like show you a bit more about my life, because people seem to be quite interested in it, so I may as well bring an insight to it. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.